Hey guys, so today I will be doing an update video to my collection of Vikings original props, specifically the weapons, as I made a few really awesome weapon additions to my collection since my first weapons video. These weapons include Bjorn Ironside's screen-used Sword of Kings, Ragnar Lothbrok's Publicity Axe, and Lagertha's screen-used Fight to the Death Shield. In my opinion, these are three of the coolest props from the entire series. The first weapon that I'm going to show you is none other than Bjorn Ironside's screen-used Sword of Kings. In my opinion, this is one of the absolute best props in the entire series. As a gigantic fan of the show, it is an absolute honor to be the owner of this prop. The Sword of Kings is wielded by the king or ruler and signifies his power and authority. The sword is also fitted with some cool details. As you can see, there are runes on the side of the blade that translate to Sword of Kings. The hilt is also incredibly beautiful and truly fit for a king. This prop sword that I have is actually made out of rubber. As I mentioned, the sword is one of the most iconic weapons of the entire series. The sword is featured on the Blu-ray and DVD cover of Season 6A, held by Bjorn. It's the subject of one of the Viking San Diego Comic Con comic books, and an official replica prop was even made by Shadow Cutlery. I do also own the Shadow Cutlery replica. Here's a side-by-side comparison. This replica is one of the premier first run edition swords and is numbered out of only 300. As you can see, the blade on the original prop is much darker. The hilts look spot on and both look incredible. The Sword of Kings was used in several pivotal moments throughout the show, and I'm going to go over them in a flurry. Be warned, there are spoilers here. The sword initially belonged to the show's first king, King Horik, when it was first introduced in the show. He is seen here discussing the sword with his son Erlander. After the main character, Ragnar Lothbrok, defeats King Horik, he takes the sword as the new king of Kattegat. These shots are from the very end of Season 2 and are some of the most iconic shots of the entire Viking series. Ragnar eventually flees Kattegat after his defeat in Paris, and the sword is presumably transferred to Kattegat's new leader, Queen Aslaug. In a later scene, Aslaug surrenders the sword to Lagertha before she is killed in revenge. Lagertha later gives the sword to Bjorn after he defeats his brother Ivar to become the king of Kattegat. Bjorn is the final character we see holding the sword for the remainder of the series. And lastly, in one of the show's most iconic moments, Bjorn is seen using the Sword of Kings to lead his Viking army into his final battle before his death. Needless to say, that scene was really incredible and a very fitting way to end the story of one of the show's most central characters. Next up is Ragnar's Publicity Axe. I think this is a really cool prop as it's the primary weapon of the main character of the series. As with the Sword of Kings, it really is an honor to be the owner of such an iconic weapon from my favorite show. Reading directly from the description on the VIP Fan Auctions website, this is one of his production use axes from Season 3 that comes directly from the set and was refurbished and repurposed for use during publicity events and photo shoots. This axe is made of resin, leather, and plastic. Here are some publicity shots of Ragnar holding his axe. According to VIP Fan Auctions, this particular axe was used for this specific publicity shoot where this photo was taken. Shadow Cutlery also made a replica prop of this axe. As with the Sword of Kings, I do own the replica in addition to the original. Here's a side-by-side comparison. The replica is actually much heavier. Despite many of these being produced, the Shadow Cutlery replica is actually pretty rare nowadays. This particular replica axe is the limited edition version that was limited to only 5,000 pieces worldwide. Here's a cool shot of the Sword of Kings and Ragnar's axe with Rollo's axe and Uba's Mi'kmaq axe that I discussed in my previous weapons video. They look pretty awesome altogether. Last up is another truly iconic prop to the series. This is Lagertha's screen-used Fight to the Death shield that she used in her final battle against Whitehair. This is the Stage 2 shield with a piece knocked off by Whitehair in their battle. As Lagertha is the world's most famous shield maiden, it's really cool to have one of her screen-used shields. According to VIP fan auctions, this shield is made of rubber and wood. Here's the back of the shield. This was held by Catherine Winnick. As with the making of this video, they actually have auctioned off 5 different stages of the shield, with each stage becoming less and less intact as her final battle with Whitehair drew on. Here's the scene where Whitehair breaks the shield up into stage 2. The shield fragment that Lagertha is holding in this shot here looks to be the one I have in my possession. The fully intact shield is covered in blood. It's the best variant in my opinion. According to VIP fan auctions, the full bloody shield that was auctioned off was used for reshoots of her final battle scene. This shield is actually one of 2 Lagertha shield designs in the show. The first shield she used is a lighter blue with black accents. A publicity version of the lighter blue shield was also auctioned off by VIP fan auctions. I really do like the blue and red design on the shield I got, even if the light blue one is slightly more iconic. Here is Lagertha's shield with several variants of other shields from the show. The other shields here were used by the Saxons, French, and Rus, making this collection one shield of each major faction from the series. I went more in detail about these shields in my previous weapons video. It's pretty cool to see them all together. And there you have it. The 3 props in this video are, in my opinion, the 3 signature weapons of the 3 most popular characters in the series. Definitely 3 of the best items in my entire collection, and it goes without saying that I'm very happy to have these as a huge Vikings collector. I'm currently in the process of setting up my man cave, and I very much look forward to having these displayed. I will surely be making a video on that when the time comes. Thanks for watching this video, and until next time.